Hello friend, this is your rotary type perfume filling machine, and now I will tell you how to use this machine step by step. First, when you receive this machine, you should connect to your factory power here. You may see here the plug here. This one, and to connect to your factory power. And then this, you should connect to your air source so that the machine can run. And I will introduce each station to you. You can see here. This one is the air cleaning, and this free. You may check here. This free is the free filling phase. The bottle will be filled for 3 nozzles. 1, 2, 3 here. And then this station, you may put your tubes into the bottle. And then for this is the crimping station, and this is the crimping station here. And for this part, outer cap pressing, and then this is the capping station. And then you may check this one is the conveyor to clamp the bottle out. And this is the PLC screen to control the whole machine. You may check, you can choose the language here, English and Chinese. And then this is the emergency stop button to stop the machine. When the machine is going wrong, you can spin it and then stop the machine. When you need to adjust the machine, first step, you should adjust the mode here. You may check, this is your bottle, and then if you want this bottle put right in the mold, you may adjust here. Adjust the tightness of this mold. For the bottle, not too tight or too loose. Just like this one, suitable for it. Okay, and then the second step, our engineer will show you how to change the machine. First step, you should control the PLC screen here. And then the machine will be dropped. Put the bottle into the mold. And drop the table. Push the washing bottle lid. And then change the height. Okay, and the second step, you should adjust the sensor here. You may check. Here we have a sensor. If your bottle is much bigger than like this, you should screw it and then push out, and then let the sensor to rise to the bottle here. And then for the air cleaning part, you don't need to adjust it. And then you should adjust for the filling part. And then our engineer will show you how to use. You should change the PLC screen light here. And then for the filling screen, and drop the tube to let it go to the filling part. And then push the negative pressure lift. The filling test. You can fill the water. Okay, you may see the filling part here, and if the bottle is changing, you should adjust the height of the filling part. You should use this handle to adjust the height. Now you can see this height is suitable for the bottle. Okay, you may check this has 3 filling nozzles. If you need to adjust the height of these parts, it's the same for the first one. The second and the third one is the same to adjust the height. And then for the pre-crimping parts. If you need to use these parts, it's also you should adjust the height from this handle, and then you should see the PLC screen has guide tie cover here. And then for this screen, you don't need to adjust the parameters on this PLC screen. You just need to jog the machine, let it suitable for this bottle. For your bottle. Okay, now I will test it for this foil as well. It means that these crimping parts go down here, and then you may see here has some angles for here. You should adjust these parts like this one now. And let me show you again. Like this one. And then for this crimping parts, you can check the PLC screen here. We have the cap clip bottle mouth here. You should pay attention to these parts, and then you should let the bottle. This part is clamped to the bottle mouth suitably, and if the bottle height is different, you should use this handle to change the height. There has a screw. You should lose the screw and then change the height. When the height is changed to the suitable one, you should screw it and then let the height keep stable, and then you should let this bottle like this one now. Okay, and then you should let this crimping parts down here to test it if it's suitable for this bottle, and then you should push the tie cover lift here, and then you will go down here. And then you may check now it's not okay for this bottle, and then you should adjust the height from this handle. Okay, you should adjust the height. Okay, now this crimping part is suitable for this bottle. Also, for different bottle, you should also change these parts to clamp the bottle mouth correctly. You should adjust here these two screws and these two screws to let these clamping parts clamp the bottle mouth correctly. Also, for these crimping parts, we have some important steps to tell you. First, you should check this is the crimping part.
这个螺丝先松掉。
You should lose this one first.
放松，然后这里有个芯子。
There has this part.
因为你这个样不是太高了吗？是不是？
For this tube, you should see this one is too height.
你这个往里面拧。
You should let it go inside. Now, like this one. Then to suitable for this tube. Now is suitable.
然后这个太进去了，这样太多了嘛，多一点你把它拧出来一点点，不要
If
太。
it's too over, you can
像刚刚
go inside. Now like this one. This one is the best part, and then it's suitable for the bottle tube. Now like this.
然后这就把这螺丝收紧。
And then you should tighten this screw. Okay.
然后就装回去了。
And then put it into the crimping station. If you like to adjust like this, the crimping parts will be so tight, too tight. And if you like this will be so loosen.
调好之后，你就抓住这个不要动了，把这个拧紧了，
And
稍
if
微拧
you
紧。
already adjust it, don't lose these parts, just tight these parts. If you don't tighten these parts. These parts will go down, so you should make sure this part is tightened. Okay, for these color pressing parts, you should first drop this tilt ball to let the bottle into the color pressing parts. Now it's in this station, and then you should use this gland valve to test if this color pressing parts is suitable for this bottle. Now you can check here. It's suitable. You should let this part press the collar to this one, and then it's suitable. If not, you should adjust the height from this handle. Then you can. Now it's like this. You can test it again. Okay, and for this one is the capping parts. Now we should adjust the capping parts. First, you should see here we have 2 screws here and 2 screws here. You should adjust these 4 screws and then to let these capping parts to cap the bottle. And then we can check the PLC screen for the capping screen here. Then we can test the screw cap clip bottle. Now it's like this one. You should see the distance between these parts to the bottle is not suitable, so you should adjust the 4 screws here. Adjust these 4 screws to let these 2 parts to clamp the bottle. And then you should adjust the height for the capping parts. Like this one. And now you should see this orange number 105.6 millimeter is now display the capping distance. This is the actual distance. And then you should adjust the third parameters to match the actual current location. And then you should mind that these parameters should larger than these parameters. And because the 4th one is the capping finish distance, so these 4th parameters should larger than the 3rd parameters. Okay, you should change the 2nd parameters here. You should see here, this 2nd parameters is the waiting distance for the bottle and the capping parts. You should see here, the distance is between here. You can see it's the distance. If the 2nd parameters you set is larger than this distance this will go down much more. If you set the smaller parameters, this will be higher. And then if you need, you should adjust the capping toe coil for these parts. It's the strength of the capping parts. So if you need to adjust, you can change these parameters higher. If that's not enough, the bottle is too loosened for the capping parts, you can adjust the capping time here, the capping time. Also if your bottle is very higher, not like this is the smaller one. If your bottle is higher than this bottle, you should adjust these two screws here. Adjust these 2 screws, loosen it, and then let these parts, lift these parts, and then tighten this screw to suitable for a higher bottle. Okay, and now for this bottle pickup station here. Adjust the PLC This is the parameters of the bottle pickup station. First step, you should adjust the height of these parts. You should jog the machine like this one, and then adjust the height to let these parts suitable for the bottle. And then press the second one.
看这个胶没夹到停止，紧不紧？夹不紧，然后就把这两个螺丝松了，把这两个夹子往里面调一点。
And then to check if this part is clamped to this bottle. If not, you should lose the screw. You should lose these two screws if this part is not clamped to the bottle. And now it's already adjust of this bottle. Okay, and now we can test it.
看到没有？
And you should adjust the delay clip bottle parts. For this time, you should adjust the 0.4 seconds because now it's not okay. Now we can test it again. Now this bottle pickup station is okay. Okay, and for the fourth parameters, delayed bottle release, you should also change the parameters by the 0.4 seconds because these parts, you should make sure these parts will put the bottle down if they already touch the conveyor. Okay, and now we can test it if this part is wrong. Now you may see the bottle is not correctly put on the conveyor. And then you should change the 4 parameters. Put the bottle, let's test it. Now it's correct. The bottle is put on the conveyor and then these parts will loosen. Okay, and for this mold, you can check if you have so small bottles, you can put the mold like this one. So you can suitable for your small bottle. Also for different bottles, you can use the different holes for the molds. Okay, and you may check this is the sensor. It will sense the bottle from this part to protect the bottle. Okay, and you may check this is start and pause function. If you already adjust all the parameters, you can push this start and the machine will run. If you want to stop the machine, push this pause. And then also you can check like this is the tunable speed. Now we set is 30 and you can add the speed or lower the speed as you need. And also you may check this is the production count how many bottles you have finished, and this is the count 0. If you push it, this number will become 0. Also for this fault reset, if the machine is going wrong, if you have a alarm here, and then you should make sure the alarm is reduced, that you should make sure all the parts is into the correct place. You can push this fault reset and then you can keep using this machine. And this is the end of the introduction of this machine. Thank you.